My name is Eden Arbogast, and I'm the student lead in the Fine Arts Division office.
Hi, my name is Melanie Allen, and I work at Center for the Arts office and Center for the Arts back of house.
Hi, my name is Melina McCullough. I work for the Seaver Dean's Office, specifically Seaver College's graduate programs.
My name is Ellie Resendez, and I'm currently working and interning for Intercultural Affairs.
My name is Danielle Kroner, and I work in the Financial Aid Office.
My name is Caleb Perkins, and I work in Pepperdine's Office of Church Relations.
My name is Mina, and I work for the Disability Services Office.
I'm Megan. I'm a tutor for the Athletics Department.
My name is Maverick Turner, and I work in the Pepperdine Fund.
Allison Rooney, and I work as a weekly service coordinator for the Pepperdine Volunteer Center.
My name is Rachel Bardwell, and I work at the Career Center.
Chantal Frisbee, I work at the Writing Center as a tutor.
I'm Mark Urban, and I work for Payson Library Hub.
Hi, my name is Emily DeWitt, and I work in the Pepperdine Volunteer Center.
Yeah, I've really loved getting to know the students and the faculty and staff that make Pepperdine such a great place to be. And I've also loved leading our team of student workers and doing everything I can to make sure that their experience is the best.
My favorite thing is that my boss always lets me she challenges me and pushes me to work tasks that I'm not really sure if I know what I'm doing, and so that pushes me to learn further and just figure out my own strengths and weaknesses, which has been really great.
If you have a new idea, if you bring a new idea to the table, you're guaranteed to be listened to. They'll listen to your idea, and then they might give you feedback, and they'll really help you grow.
Oh man, I love working in this office because of the people that work here. I've been here for long enough that we've really kind of become a family. All of the ladies in the office just kind of took me under their wing, and they're all like a second mom to me, and I love working with them every day. I love laughing with them because sometimes we're dealing with really stressful things.
One thing I really enjoy about being a student worker is the ability that I get to serve students that I get to see in my classes.
Honestly, I love working with the athletes. They're some of the most dedicated people I know, but I know, having tournaments and everything makes them miss a bunch of classes, so I like the opportunity that I get to sit down, talk to them, and really help them work through that.
My favorite part about working in the Pepperdine Fund and being a student employee is just learning about how important it is for alumni to give back to the university. It wouldn't be here without it, and that it's kind of our legacy to carry on.
I love the working environment, and I love working with the people around here that are passionate about what they do and really want to make a difference in the community.
I love how dynamic it is, where you have somebody come in and you get to work with them and kind of personalize the tutoring session to that person and just getting to know people.
It's a lot of fun helping out, especially freshmen and sophomores when they come for help and they don't know what to do, and I can just tell them.
My favorite part about being a student employee is that I've really got to meet a lot of great students in the office who I work with. I've got to meet a lot of great people who have come into the volunteer center, and it's also just really helped me kind of find a new way to serve and get involved in the Pepperdine community.
I think what I've enjoyed most about working at Center for the Arts is just being able to talk to people and sitting in the office, having people come in and out, and just being able to have conversations and talk about stories, and then to be actually able to put on stories on stage is just incredible. And I feel like I've grown as a student and as a professional here, and I don't think I would change any moment of it in the world.
Being a student employee is so valuable because you are just able to learn so much more than you would in the classroom. My coworkers are constantly teaching me just how to be a better person and what it's like to be an adult, and how to just kind of take the next steps, and it's so valuable to be able to have those people in my life and just be able to learn as much as I can, through all of my time here at Pepperdine.
I think being a student employee is such a valuable experience because you really get to work with the people who are behind the scenes, and you come to really appreciate everything that they do to keep this school going.
Being a student employee is really valuable because it teaches you valuable working experience. I have a lot of friends who've done odd jobs at Starbucks and Sun Life and stuff like that, but it's not quite the same as working on campus at Pepperdine, because Pepperdine is a real business, it's a real university, and so you're getting real world experience at the cost of you working as a student, and so it's more flexible and you get to work around your schedule.
I think being a student employee is great. I mean, first of all, it's convenient. You're just here on campus, you can walk on down to work. On top of that, it's a great way of getting office experience, a great way of learning how to work with other people, learning how to work in a little bit of a fast-paced environment potentially, and a great way to utilize the stuff we're using in the classroom in the actual work world.
One of the things that I think is really valuable about being a student employee is the skills that I've learned, which I think are transferable to any job that I'll be able to do going forward in the adult world.
I think the biggest benefit of being a student employee on campus is just being able to get a different perspective on how the university actually works. And because I think as students, like, we only see faculty and we see each other, and we build these relationships with our professors, but we almost never see the people who actually run the show and make sure that our campus and the university as a whole runs smoothly.
I think working on campus is great because it puts you in an environment where you can continually learn from your peers and your supervisors.
Having employers that know exactly where you're at and are able to meet you where you're at, so they not only know what your goals are career-wise, but they know what you're going through with your education and other things in your environment.
Definitely being able to take the skills I learn in the classroom and translate them into an actual work skill, being able to practice what I'm learning, and being able to help students. Like, I get paid to help my fellow students, which is absolutely incredible.
Student employment is really important because it helps students. I mean, personally, it helped me a lot from getting from the educational step to up to the real world. It's definitely a great jumping step.
I think a great benefit of being a student employee and working on campus is that it gives you the unique opportunity to interact with the staff. Most students just interact with their peers or with their professors, but it's just such a great way to interact with the staff and learn from them and work with them.
I think being a student employee is really valuable because it allows you to be in an environment where you're allowed to fail. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to fail, it just means that people are there to support you during the entire process. And you're treated as a professional, but you're allowed to try new things, you're allowed to experiment, you're allowed to go down these different paths that you might have never gone down before, especially as a professional where you're worried about getting to the next deadline and finishing your jobs. And I think I've grown as a designer and as an employee and as a student and an artist here that I don't think if I had been just a student in my major I would have experienced this, and it's been absolutely incredible.
My supervisor, Dana, has made my experience as a student employee so fulfilling. She's really invested in me as a person and as an employee. She's allowed me to step into a leadership role, and I'm just so inspired by how hard she works. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I've had to work with her.
I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Leslie Sia for all you've done. I would not be the same person without you, and thank you also everyone else in the Dean's office, from Kelly Okerson to Lynn and everyone else. You've been so much fun to work for, and I've learned a lot, so thank you so much for this experience.
My supervisors are the best. I absolutely love Tanya and my first supervisor, Rachel. They are just Wonder Women who inspire me every day, and I am so thankful that I've been able to work with them for 3 years. We all hate that I'm graduating, but they're people who are going to stay in my life for such a long time, that I know I can look up to, that I can reach out to. They are the ones who give me medicine when I'm sick, and they're the ones who, support me if I'm stressed, or the ones who cheer with me if I've accomplished something, and they really have shaped my college experience so much and have been such role models for me, and I'm so grateful for them.
Just thank you so much for the opportunity and for always being there. You guys are always supportive, and I'm glad to have found a family in ICA.
I just want to say thank you to Kelly, Amanda, Sandy, and Jen at Disability Services Office. They've cared about my well-being as a student beyond DSO, and I really appreciate the impact they've had in the last 3 years I've worked there.
Thank you, Addie, for being amazing. You're one of the only people I've met here from Maine, so I really appreciate that. But you've just been so much more than a supervisor. You've been a mentor, asking me about classes and helping me get ready for after graduation. So thank you for everything.
I guess I would just like to say thank you for giving me a great working environment, and thank you for giving me good experience in how to fundraise, how to work in a nonprofit, and building me into an adult, transitioning me from a freshman to becoming a senior next year. And I appreciate all that you've done for me. Thanks.
I would like to thank my supervisor so much. I've learned so much this year, not only in my professional development, but also in social issues and how to think about things. And I am so thankful to have had you as a supervisor for this year.
One thing I would love to say to my supervisors is just a huge thank you. They have been one of my favorite people to work with and has made working at Pepperdine a complete joy. I look forward to coming to work every day and definitely just love where I'm working because of them.
My supervisor feels like my best friend. She's just an incredible person. You connect with her instantly, and I'm always impressed with how well she does at adapting, because she's like loves trying new technology, loves trying new techniques, and always takes input from the tutors and implements it to see if it works, and if it doesn't, no big deal, and if it does, she'll adapt. It's awesome.
I'd like to say thank you to Kathy. She was the one who first I would say hired me, and then Sally, thank you, Jamie Bath, Marianne, and Andrew, of course. Thank you all.
I'd really like to thank both my supervisors, Christy and Anthony. They've just been so great and encouraging. They just really made it a positive learning experience, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, not just my supervisor though, but I'd like to thank everyone I work with, especially like Corey, Tammy, Joella, and Jeff. I think they're all great in getting all of us student workers really involved in the office. They make it a comfortable and inviting environment, and I really appreciate that.
I can't thank everyone at Center for the Arts enough for my experience here. Everybody's been absolutely wonderful, and they really have taught me so much. I mean, Rebecca, Chelsea, Alana, and Danny have taught me about what it's like being a woman in the workplace and how important that is, and I feel like I've learned about patience, ingenuity, and intelligence, and all that is necessary for putting a show on stage, and all the things that have to go into it, and just everyone at Center for the Arts. I don't think I could thank everyone because there's so many, but like Rebecca, again, and Danny, they're my two main supervisors, and I love them, but Nathan, Stuart, Rick, Alana, Chelsea, oh my gosh, there's so many people, and they've all taught me just how important it is to be in the arts and how important it is to be a professional, and I've learned patience from them, and I absolutely love them. So thank you so much, everyone.